Look at a fishy. Look at a fishy. His name is Tommy. Hello, people. Okay, so today I am in my mom's classroom, and I'll probably be in the car in a few minutes, but that's okay. I'm going to talk today about books, because books are some of my favorite things. And yes, I now have a bookshelf behind me because I'm kind of in the classroom. But, so, funny story, at the beginning of the school year, I went and I unboxed all these books that are behind me, and I put them on the shelves. And I put these nifty little stickers on there to label, what books went where. And it turns out, 4th graders don't know how to put them back where the labels are, so everything's all mixed up. So guess what I get to do next year when school starts again? Let me give you my backstory on reading. Whenever I first started going to school, like when I was in kindergarten, I was very anxious and excited about being able to read. So, like the first couple days of kindergarten, I came home, I was like, when am I going to learn how to read? Like crying, it was ridiculous. When I finally did learn how to read, I was like consuming books like crazy. And we had this thing called the AR system, which is where we would read books and take quizzes on them online, and we would get points into this thing, and you would have to get so many points per month or whatever. And I was always like one of the top ranking ones, like having 100-something points. But when I was a little kid, my favorite book, well, I had 2 of them. One of them was called In a Window on Greenwater Street, and it was about a little girl that for her birthday got a puppy. And I don't know why, but I just loved that book. Like, it was a discarded book from a library. So I read that book over and over. And then another one that I would always get my grandpa to read to me was Never Tease a Weasel, which is a really old book. I don't even know where it came from, but those 2 were one of my favorite books. And as I grew older, I found it almost impossible to like pick favorite books out of like novels and stuff. And so as I was consuming all these different books, you know, by 4th and 5th grade, I was reading at a 12th grade level. So it was absolutely ridiculous, the things that I was reading. And then when I get into high school, I realized that I should be reading at like a college level now, and these books are like super duper hard. Like, so I just can't bring myself to read them because of the fact that the words are absolutely obnoxious in the fact that they're so hard to understand the meaning of. So that's why I don't read a lot of the books that are like, oh, these are AP college level books, and I'm like, those are so boring. So I'll read ones that are like just probably about not even like super college level, they're just normal books. One of my favorite things about reading is that you can basically put yourself in another character, or you can like get like a TV show or movie in your head however you want it to be. And I've always been a person that can picture things inside my head, so that's like really awesome to me. Whenever my little brother was like really young, we would always like sit down and read books to him, and I think that has been awesome because of the fact that now he loves to read too. The other brother that I have doesn't like to read as much because of the fact that there's not a lot of things that you can find that he's interested in.
However, today I read 300 pages out of the Action Bible.
But he refused to read The Fault in Our Stars. Reading you can do at any time, like whether you have lots of light or not any light, like you can find a way to read. And the fact that reading, it promotes creativity and like thinking up your own stuff. So like my friends and I, we were really like avid readers like as little kids. So we would always be like making up these crazy stories and games on the playground that no one else like understood because they hadn't read the books we read. Like there were so many Redwall references in what we knew. And there are some books that I haven't read and that I want to read before I die, but I can't bring my brain to concentrate on them because of the diction that it uses. But I still like know the references because I've been around people that talk about it all the time. I think that reading is a big part of life because of the fact that that's how knowledge is transferred. Yes, we have the internet and stuff, but that's still reading, but it's not like an in-depth read. It doesn't like engage your brain as much. And I think that it's a big part of life to like be able to read and like create your own things for other people to read too. So like, even though I don't want a profession as an author, I do write things, and like I have stuff on my blog, and I would love to like write my own autobiography or whatever, like something that other people can read. So yeah, reading is awesome, and more people should do it. I'm going to leave a couple book recommendations down below, just books I've read recently that are really good. So I'll see you guys tomorrow on Thursday.